with, and then we can get into business. If we just ask people to make sure they've got their phones and devices on mute, which helps avoid some feedback as well. And if the anybody remote participants and those viewing the proceedings from home, if they could keep their cameras and their microphones switched off, that would be very helpful too. The meeting is being recorded, and data collected during the recording of the meeting will be retained in accordance with the Council's data retention policy. The recording of the meeting may be added to the Council's website. Members accessing the meeting remotely should use their SBC device, but I don't believe we have any tonight. Today, although I see Billy's on the line. So I don't need to read the rest of that one. So welcome everyone to the Licensing Subcommittee meeting. The exempt information, I understand, has been received and reviewed and considered by all parties, but if any party wishes to discuss it, then the meeting will go into closed session. Now, what I'm proposing, once we've finished the formalities here, that we do adjourn and give everybody time to read and understand the late information that's come in, or the information that came in this morning, and then that when we reconvene, that we go directly into closed session for the duration of the hearing, because I think it's going to be difficult to understand everything without using or at least referring to some of that exempt information. So if everybody's happy and content with that. Last bit of housekeeping: there's no scheduled fire alarm during the morning. If it does sound, please leave the building quickly without collecting your possessions using the doors, the fire escape door there, and we assemble in the car park at the bottom of the stairs outside of the building. And we await instructions from the fire marshal before we come back. If anyone requires assistance in evacuating the building, please make the staff in the front office aware, or any of us here, of any special needs, so we can make some suitable arrangements. Does anybody have any particular special needs for evacuation? No. Good. I'll start by asking for apologies from absence, if there are any.
Thank you, Chair. There are no apologies. Thank you.
Okay. Let me then move on to the disclosure of exempt information as described in paragraph 2. This exempt information is described as information relating to any individual. Sorry. We've lost the page. Oh, I've lost the page. Sorry, item 3. Apologies. Right. Could I just ask then the 3 members of the committee, the subcommittee here today? I'm Councillor Mike Whiting, and I'll be chairing the proceedings.
I'm Councillor Lee McCall, a member of the committee.
I'm Councillor Carol Jackson, I'm also a member of the committee.
And can there be any declarations of interest, members?
None.
None from me. Thank you very much. And perhaps we could just go around the room. I'll start at the end with Chris, and then we can go around the room and introduce ourselves for Kelly's benefit as well, so that we've got everybody. Chris.
Good morning. I'm Chris Hills. I'm the licensing team leader. Licensing officer. Ellen Ward, legal advisor.
Kelly Mackenzie, Democratic Services Officer.
This is Alex Guys, Kent Police.
Yeah, PC Dan Hunt from Kent Police Licensing.
Alex Blomfield, and I'm the Company Director of Trail Management Limited.
I'm Chair, members. My name is Richard Bacon. I'm the agent. Thank you.
My name is Roy Light, and I'm the advocate to the respondent. Thank you.
Now, as I said, what I propose to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is to adjourn the subcommittee. I'm suggesting 15 to 20 minutes, so that we give everybody a chance to absorb the latest. So if we meet back here, let's aim to get back here at past, if that suits. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Are we live? Are we live? landing. I said, oh, great, glad you.
Hello, for those attending remotely, will be another 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your patience, gentlemen. Just to remind everybody, this is a review of the premises licence under the Licensing Act 2003 to review the premises licence of Longdis Highway, 3 School Mews in Highway Sittingbourne. Can I confirm that all the parties are aware of the subcommittee hearing procedure and that each party has a copy of the hearing procedure document?
Yes, thank you, Chair.
Allow all parties to put their case fully and make their full submissions, and subcommittee procedure should take the form of a discussion led by the subcommittee. Where any person attending the hearing behaves in a disruptive manner, I really did not expect this today, I'm sure, and we do have the authority to ask persons to leave temporarily the hearing. All subcommittee members have pre-read all of the papers and any other documents containing the report regarding the hearing. What I'd like to do now is ask the licence. We're going to go into procession now. Okay, I'm going to ask Joanne, the licensing officer, to introduce the report. Thank you, Joanne.
Members are asked to determine an application for the review of a premises licence under the Licensing Act 2003, served on the council by PC Alex Guys of Kent Police. The grounds for the review relate to the licensing objectives, the prevention of crime and disorder, and the protection of public safety, and relate to an immigration enforcement visit to the premises. The review application brought by the police is shown within the agenda, starting on page 17. And is as the result of findings during the immigration visit on the 9th of November 2022, where 2 persons were found to be working illegally in excess of the 20-hour allowance stated on their visas. Contained within the Immigration, Asylum and Nationality Act 2006, an employer must check the immigration status of persons that they employ. The relevant sections of the Act are shown within the agenda, starting on page 25. There is also guidance available on the Gov.uk website to inform employers of their responsibilities in this regard. Mentioned, in addition to the information supplied in the agenda, all parties and members have had sight of additional evidence that has been supplied for their consideration. As part of the review application, the police have the opportunity to request of the subcommittee the enforcement action that they deem appropriate based on the circumstances. In this case, the police are seeking revocation of the licence. Members are requested to determine the application as they think fit. The steps that they can consider are shown in section 6.1 of the report on page 5 of your agenda. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joanna. I'll now ask members to agree to decide whether to pass the resolution set out below in respect of the following item. But under section 100A4 of the Local Government Act 1972, the question of the public be excluded from the meeting for the following item of business on the grounds that it involves the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in paragraphs 1. Information relating to an individual and information which is likely to reveal the identity of an individual. The members happy to pass the motion? Thank you very much indeed. So, Kelly, if we can go into
Yes.